It is a beautiful day and I'm planting seeds. But it's not about seeds. It is about planting seeds to grow your business. So come along with me. I'm going to stop here and decide where I want to plant my wildflowers. Jamie has worked on a little patch of the yard here where she planted some things yesterday, and we have some things that are already blooming, some pansies. So I'm gonna turn the video around and share with you some of the thoughts I have about how planting seeds is related to growing your business. There's so much similarity. If you're going to grow a business, you have to plant the seeds first. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Hang in there just a minute while I turn the camera around. Think about how all this relates to planting a garden or growing a business. We made a lot of mistakes last year, or I did, with planting my seeds, and I learned a lot about how to do it differently this year. But here are the things that are coming up: the jonquils, the tulips. We planted some pansies yesterday. They're cold water. So how does that relate to growing a business? Well, I'll tell you how it relates. It is the same thing. You have to decide what flowers you're going to grow based on the soil you have. When do you plant them? Well, in Louisville and the surrounding area, we live about an hour north of Louisville, maybe 45 minutes. But anyway, look where I am. I have all this land around me, including the operation of the farm, P-H-A-R-M and F-A-R-M. This is a farm where they grow fruits and vegetables. They haven't plowed the land yet, but they're getting ready. And what I'm doing with my business right now, and just had a verification that it's working, on my Etsy store, I made about $450 so far. The day's not over yet, in sales of my vintage items. Now this is where the fruits and vegetables are going to grow, but they also grew, and again, this is where the roadside market is. We're looking at it from the back side, and this is where they grew all the fruits and vegetables, but their hemp crop was over here at Farm, P-H-A-R-M, where they process. It's owned by a chemist and a farmer and a businessman, and they work together as a team to process their hemp product. So they are business owners of Farm at Bray Orchards, and this is where I live with my best friend, and we're living in her home right now, and this is where they grew the hemp product. Now again, how does this relate to growing your business? Well, it relates in so many ways. Again, getting your mindset right. And I'm going to turn the camera back around again and we'll talk about that. Because, oh, wait a minute, I want to show you one other thing. And this is how we're preparing to get all the beds ready for our vegetable and herb garden out back. We've ordered all our seeds. They have come, and we are waiting for the weather. And again, that's at about, in Kentucky, we use Derby Day, or I always have, to be the point at which it's safe to put your seeds in the ground. So I'll be right back. This is where I grew my parsley and basil last year. And I think, do you see it down there? There's a little area of where they are sprouting and coming back. Yay! All the hard work has resulted in some seeds. I don't see any of the basil coming back yet, but it's probably, oh, wait a minute. Yes, I do. See that down there, right? I can't tell if I'm showing it to you or not. Can you see some green? I do, but I'm not sure I'm in the right place on the camera for it to show up. Anyway, the fruit of my labor is coming back. That is weeds over there. This is the vegetable bed. We made a lot of mistakes. Again, I made a lot of mistakes. Jamie is an agriculture major and my best friend and the owner of Bray Orchards for many, many generations in her family. And again, that's where I'm living. So she has prepared these beds over here, and we're going to be planting tomatoes, cucumbers, squash. What else are we growing? Some kind of beans probably, but they're ready, but it's not quite time. So we're just planting. We've ordered the seeds. It's just a matter of waiting for it not to be cold anymore so we don't kill them. What I did last year was we started the seeds inside in about February, and number one mistake, there really wasn't enough light. We put them in front of a window, but it only got light from one side, so they leaned toward the light. Then I proceeded to drown them with too much water. So we had failure on several parts because mainly of me. So I learned. This is where the beans or cucumbers are going to go over here. And I learned that you try again and see how this relates to your business. You don't give up if you fail the first time. You got to learn from the mistakes and move on to iteration number 2 or 3 or 4. But being consistent and trying it again when it doesn't work is what makes for a successful business. So I'll be back in just a minute, going to show you a couple of other things. I have been sharing with you how sowing seeds and improving your business and being consistent is what is going to make you a success. But I have to tell you, I'm already seeing success in changes that I've been making. Typically for my Etsy store, this is the slow time of year, but I started strategies that I thought were going to make a difference. And boy, have they ever. And my strategy was to improve the optimization of my YouTube channel. I'm using a new tool called vidIQ that automates a lot of things and helps you build a better YouTube channel. No, I'm not being endorsed by them. I would love it if I were. But I had a result today, and again, it's only half the way through the day today, that gave me $450 in sales so far today. Whoa, I call that results, because my sales have really been down, and my views have been very low on my Etsy channel, and I'm going, why am I not getting sales? I'm selling really unique, good stuff, vintage and antiques, and nobody's seeing it. So my strategy of let's get it seen is working, and I am thrilled. And that's how I'm growing my 3 areas that I'm working on in terms of growing a business. And all 3 of them kind of use the same tools and the same marketing techniques. So If you're not changing with the changing world, you are going to be a dinosaur in about 2 more years, maybe even 1 year, because it's moving so fast. So thanks for running through the analogy with me today. I think there's a lot to learn. If you're not changing, you're going to be stuck or maybe even out of business. So say goodbye to the chickens over here. Where are the chickens? They're not showing up. I think I'm going the wrong direction. Anyway, have a great day. Get outside, refresh yourself, energize, plant seeds now. Well, maybe wait till Derby Day. Okie doke, see ya. Bye. Go to my Etsy store. Oh, before I leave, I have one more thing. I want you to meet Walter. Here's Walter. Hey, Walter, you want to get up and smile? No, Walter likes to sleep. And then he likes to go outside and play with the other cats for a while. But, hey, Walter, say hi. Alrighty, we're leaving. Thanks for being with us today. Watch the game and root for our cats and our cards.